about this very important issue. I know that Centerville in particular has been very hard hit by the recent tragedy at Virginia Tech, and I know you all share in our grief. Unfortunately, there's a gentleman tonight who's trying to disrupt the meeting, and he has been successful because he refuses to sign a release that he won't use this videotape in an improper way, which means he could take what we say and splice it and dice it and YouTube it and do whatever he likes. And that's very unfortunate, and we certainly don't want to put any of our guest speakers in a compromising situation. That's just not fair. It's not fair to our police officer. It's not fair to Bob Ricker. We have been threatened by them so many times and have been abused and badgered so many times. It really is nothing to us, but we can't do that to our speakers. I'm very, very sorry, but we do have to cancel the meeting because of this. They tried to disrupt our meeting in Burke by open carrying their weapons. One even carried 2 weapons, and they weren't successful. We were not intimidated, and we're not intimidated now. We're simply trying to protect our speakers who are giving up their own time to come here. Those of you,
is it one of these two?
It's the gentleman with the blue shirt.
The gentleman with the blue shirt. But the other
Proud
gentleman
of yourself?
did sign a
Wait.
release.
Do the speakers
Like an idiot.
want to cancel?
They do. They're not comfortable. Yeah. Can we take turns standing in front of the camera? I mean, legally, we can do that. Those of you who are here for the right reasons are welcome to come talk to me individually. But and we'll have to do that outside because this is a public space, public meeting.
What if you all came to my house?
That is a lovely offer. Do you live close by?
Not that close, but not that posh.
So about 3 miles down 29.
Yeah, right off the Parkway, 21. I don't know. I mean, I don't
But our
have
police
directions.
officer won't be able to join us. Bob, would you comfortable with that?
I wouldn't be able to tonight,
Okay.
but I think what we ought to do is just reschedule the meeting.
That's
In a
probably
private
best.
place.
We'll reschedule it in a private place. And
And we apologize.
yeah, we apologize.
We apologize for him, but
Yeah.
you can't help it. His penis was just too small. Sorry.
I find it amazing that you all are trying to disparage me, and all I'm doing is taking video, and you're
So
using
that's
foul
all I'm
language.
doing is sign the release.
Why are you using foul language in a library?
Why don't you sign the release? We're just curious as to what your reasons are, and there's enough of us here.
I don't need to tell anyone the reasons why I don't wish to put my name on a piece of paper, man.
I think you do, because
Thank you for coming.
give me a mini
No,
interview.
thank you for coming, everybody. The meeting is canceled. Thank
Thank
you.
you. But this
Thank
wasn't
you.
open to the public meeting. Thank you for moving it to a private place.
You're welcome. It works beautifully. That way we can keep people like you out. You sure will. You sure will.
We're more than willing to be videotaped, but he can't use it for other purposes. That's not the issue. The issue is what he can do with that video.
You're most welcome. The meeting's canceled. Please go help yourself to the cookies, grapes, and water that we brought.
Any of us.
And you're welcome to
I'm
come
just
talk
very
to me.
curious if it was just as simple as signing a piece of paper, what your problem was signing a piece of paper when all they were doing was
Well,
requesting
unfortunately,
the privacy of
Were
their
you one of the
material.
ladies that was using foul language towards
No,
you,
I was
ma'am?
not using foul language towards you. I'm curious about your reasoning.
Well, the reason for this, ma'am, is that we attended the last meeting, and are you a member?
Who is we? I'm not a member of anything. I came here because I wanted this information.
Myself and a few other people that I know attended the last informational meeting in Burke. There was a lot of misinformation put out. There was some information that could put someone in jail if they listened to what the people here were saying, such as you could bring a gun onto school property as long as you didn't bring it into a building. That would land you in prison, ma'am.
Well, and I'm certainly not disputing that, and there is a police officer here to keep all of that information straight. I'm assuming that's why
Well, he
that
wasn't
police
at the
officer...
last meeting, ma'am.
And he was here, so obviously there was an authority here that was not
Well, ma'am,
going to allow
police
that to
officer- A
happen.
police officer is not the authority on every law in every
Certainly
state.
not, but as far as if a police officer is showing up to be here specifically to provide information in a public forum
So
about
this
gun
policeman out here
control.
is an expert on guns and gun control and gun
Are
law?
you?
Well, I'm not, no.
Then he is. He's the
because he's a
resident
police
expert.
officer?
I would say he has training. Do you have training in guns the way that a police officer does?
Ma'am, I would say that I shoot more than
I didn't
that
ask
police
that.
officer.
I didn't ask
And
about
I guarantee
shooting.
you I have more
I
training.
asked, well, then I would prefer to see your credentials and let you do the talking on that, if that was the case.
I would love to give,
Then why didn't you just sign that paper so that we could get both sides of this? All I'm
they're not-
asking is for the information, and all they wanted to know was
I
to
honestly
make
believe that you're
sure.
a part of the group here.
I'm
but
not a part of any group. I
They
don't
didn't want
claim
to hear
any group.
they didn't want to hear any dialogue the last time that we went to their meeting.
Well, see, I'm not looking at old meetings.
They
I'm
told us
looking
to
at
shut
right
up.
here. Because right here, there was information that was going to be given. I was looking forward to getting that information. I didn't come with any preconceptions. I didn't come with any ideas. I wanted information, and you have prevented me from receiving that information because
It
of
sounds
a
like they're having a
technicality.
meeting. It sounds like they're having a meeting in a private house.
Which I'm probably not going to go to. I'm not comfortable with showing up in a private house for some situation with people that I don't know. That wasn't my idea. But I'm very disappointed because signing your name on something, because that says to me you're operating out of a basis of fear. If you were not fearful about what they were going to do,
Constrictive, ma'am. The reason I didn't sign the
Which
agreement
says
was
you're
it was
fearful.
constrictive.
Well,
No,
and that says-
it's constricting my fair use of my own
in what
recording.
way? I mean, if it was just requesting that you were not going to use it for a purpose that they could not agree upon because this was their meeting, then there was nothing constrictive about that. Unless
I
you
don't
were
believe
choosing
in-
to use that in a way that was not going to benefit this meeting tonight.
I don't believe that any restriction on my use of my recording is warranted. That's why I didn't sign it.
The league always does that. When we have our debates,
Yeah.
they have to sign an agreement. The
I mean,
people
that's-
who are in the debates
Exactly.
sign the agreement that they will not use it.
Yeah.
In the web debate, that was a big thing because somebody then, Callan used a little bit.
Yeah.
And that would cause a big problem.
Yeah. This is
I mean,
just
it's not
common.
that
This is
abnormal.
not,
That was
this is
but
common.
you see, ma'am, that was an agreement that all parties signed. I did not agree or sign to
Well, why
the
didn't you
paper.
just say I won't film it and just,
Because it's my right to film this meeting.
but don't you agree that you could slice and change it so that it wouldn't be what the intention was here?
If you think that I have the ability to do something
We
like
don't
that,
know your abilities. We don't know you. We have no clue what you're capable of doing. We don't know that. And that's why that request was made for you to sign that, because your intentions could be absolutely pure, but we don't know that. And this, because of the sensitivity of the material involved, was
sensitive
just
about it?
a request. Well, obviously
What
there's
is sensitive about
if
it?
there is enough that is causing this controversy, there is sensitive material.
What's
Otherwise, there
sensitive
would
for
be
you?
nothing.
What is?
I'm not saying it's sensitive for me. I am saying it's sensitive if there is indeed a controversy surrounding this, then there is some degree of sensitivity to this material
Ma'am, the
on
only
someone's
controversy
part.
the only controversy is that in misstatements and erroneous information were put out at the last meeting, and we tried to correct that.
But see, again,
we were
you're
shut
making
down.
an assumption because that was a different meeting. I can't tell you anything about that meeting. I was not there. So if that was indeed the case, then I still don't understand why you chose not to
I'm going to
sign.
assume that you're one of the Million Mom March
You
ladies.
can't assume that. I've never even heard of this organization. I came here to get
There was a lady
information,
named
and you
Laura
make
Sonnenmark.
assumptions, and there is nothing that can prove true.
I'm not sure of her last name, but her name was Laura, and she was quite nasty. I would have been in a much more agreeable.
What's
to-
your problem with this organization?
I don't have a problem with the organization.
What is the reason for you showing up at this organization with the idea that they are imparting incorrect information?
Maybe you should ask her. Maybe you should ask him.
I don't want to talk to them. You're the one that created a situation here that disallowed me from receiving information.
Well,
So
I'm sorry
you're the one that I
that the
want
Million
to
Mom
know.
March folks were uncomfortable with giving their presentation in front of a video camera. I mean,
They were not uncomfortable. They were not uncomfortable at all. Obviously, there were enough video cameras
well,
here
they didn't want
that
their
they were
information
not.
to be disseminated. That's what the agreement was about.
The information, they were, as far as I understand, they were requesting that the information not be used in a way that could
It's shameful. It's shameful.